Hello, lovelies. Welcome to lanmoutarot. This is a general reading for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, or wherever Sagittarius may be in your chart. If you feel pulled towards this reading, there's a message for you. And this is for the third week of December 2019. Thank you so much. Whoa, Sagittarius. Thank you so much, Sagittarius, for your continued support. Especially this week as we approach the end of the year, I really want to say thank you for every single one of you that have been supporting this channel by watching, by liking, subscribing, commenting, and sharing these readings. Excuse me, this is a labor of love here, and I'm so glad, and I feel so blessed and honored really to be part of this journey with all of you. And going forward, as we go as a channel, I would like to really start doing different kind of reading, especially read messages and videos that go a little bit deeper, especially in exploration of our own and to of our own psychic abilities, right? In order to help each other to grow spiritually, because that's the whole point of this channel, for us to help each other, for us to be a community of people that are trying to raise our awareness. Okay, there's a lot of jumpers for you, Sagittarius. Look at this, the cards are just jumping out for you. This is the second time I've seen that temptation card. Okay, the card of Capricorn, major arcana number 15, the devil card. This is the, wow, look at this, spillage everywhere, but we're not taking any of those because we're gonna cut the card. But I feel like I need to reset here for a second. Bear with me, Sagittarius, bear with me. We're gonna get to your message. Let's reset here for a second, okay? Messages for Sagittarius. All right, one more shuffle. Here we go, Sagittarius. Some of you might be wilding out during this time. Those cards were coming out wildly here. We start with the 10 of fire, the king of water, and the 2 of fire. And at the bottom of the deck, we have the 5 of air. Yeah, so the way it was just like, roar. So for some of you, there's some kind of conflict happening in your life, okay? And the conflict, I feel like for a lot of you, it may be, even if it's something happening externally, I feel like it may be more in your mind, like in your thinking, in the way you're seeing things, in the way you're interpreting something, okay? It's kind of like different ideas that are like competing in your head, okay? That's what I'm getting with that 5 of air here for some of you. Yes, this is a card of conflict, but I don't feel like it's so much even like conflict you're having with other people. It might be you that are like in conflict with your own self about, especially if you're trying to make a decision here. I'm being pulled towards the 2 of fire here. If you're trying to make a decision about a path forward, it might be something about letting go of something, or about something that's with your emotions here. Let's start with the 10 of fire. The 10 of fire is the card of feeling overburdened, feeling overwhelmed with responsibilities, right? And here we see there's such a positive image of the 10 of fire here. She's not holding on to none of this. And what is she burning here? Those are letters. Those are pieces of papers. So if it was communication that was creating conflict, that conflict was in regards to communication. If that conflict was in regards to ideas, your own thoughts that you were writing, like write them down and burn all of them. Like seriously, like that's a perfect way to transmute energy, right, by fire. Because it seems like I was speaking of very strongly here, this conflict is not so much coming from other people. This is an inner conflict, an internal conflict, okay? An internal conflict that is in your mind, of your own thinking, of you not being able to quiet your mind, if you're not being able to find your peace of mind. And during this time, especially during the full moon in Gemini coming up. Wait, we already had the full moon in Gemini, or full moon Gemini coming up? I feel like full moon Gemini coming up. Please don't get me wrong. All of a sudden I'm confused about that. But regardless, during the next full moon, it's the best time to do releasing ritual or anytime really you can do that. Just, it's all about intention. Just set your intention to release any fogginess. Yeah, we already have that full moon. I don't know why I just said that, and I've been saying that all day. And the funny thing is, I did a whole full moon ritual for that full moon in Gemini myself, like with writing down all the things I want to release and burning them. It's never too late. You can do that anytime, okay? To release things that no longer serve you. Just set your intention and be strong in the intention on what you want to manifest, which is to release and let go of things that are creating negativity in your life. If there are thoughts, if there are ideas, if there are like, especially if there are like communication you're receiving, just burn all of them. Write them down if they are your own thoughts, and then like just set it to fire and say, I release this. From this day on, I don't want to have any kind of attachment to this in any way, in any form, in any reality, and just let it go. That's what she's doing here. She's transmuting this energy, and I'm going in circle to tell you that, but you can see that yourself, and that's why I'm holding the card here, okay? She's not feeling overburdened here. This is someone who's like easing their mind, easing their soul, easing their spirit, okay? And that's what you need to do during this time, Sagis, for your own self. And here we have the King of Water. The King of Water, this is about emotion, okay? This is about like a king that's in control of his emotions, that is that knows how to deal with emotions. And the King of Water is also the water signs are very creative. They're very creative. So for some of you, let's say you are in writing, you are like a writer, or you have a blog, or this is your job, like you're a journalist and you're having some kind of writer blog, so you don't know which way to go, which ideas to go with. You feel like stuck in your own mind, lost in your own thoughts. There's a need here for you to start over. I feel like for you to, if you're studying or writing a book or something, just like tear everything, throw everything away and start from scratch, because the King of Water is very creative, and I'm getting a lot of communication and writing here in regards to communication. Let's say even it's music, because I feel like I even see some like this looks like music sheets in some ways. Let's say like you're writing music, like or like lyrics even, just know you can tap to that creative juice easily, but first you need to release the tension. You really need to release the conflict, okay? And you need to ease your mind so you don't feel overburdened and overwhelmed, because if you're feeling overburdened, the energy cannot flow through, okay? Once you do that, once you release the 10 of fire, that's an ending. Once you release, once you let go of that feeling of like, especially if you're facing deadline, I need to do this by this date, oh my gosh, and it is creating a sense of tension and conflict. Once you release that, all of a sudden you're gonna be able to tap onto that energy, to your feelings, to your creativity, okay? That's what I'm getting here for a lot of you. And 2 of fire, so this is like a card of actions. The Ace of Fire is an offer. The 2 of Fire is like, okay, I've accepted that offer, or like, you know, I've made a choice, if you will. I'm making a plan to move forward. That's how fast things are gonna go for you once you let go of this feeling of conflict and of being overburdened. The creativity, the feelings, everything's just gonna flow through, and it's gonna be very easy for you to make a decision moving forward, to take actions, you know, on how you want to proceed, to make a plan of action on how you want to proceed, okay? Sagittarius, this is the message that's coming out here for you. I'm not gonna even like go on cards, even if it's somebody like, let's say it's about women for some of you, and what's facing you is conflict. You've been in conflict, especially in regards to communication. You've been having disagreement with someone, or you've been fighting with someone for whatever reason. There's a need here for you to release, okay? It's not so much to end the relationship. I'm not getting that here. It's almost like there's a need here to put an end to that way of being, to kind of like transmute that energy, to have like what do you call that? To have a powwow, if you will, to have a moment of of clarity, almost, to just come to just release, to let go, to not carry on that baggage, to be like, especially if that was that person's things that you are bringing on, they're bringing on their ex's thing to the relationship, to just kind of let go of that, and to tap onto to the energy, to the heart, to the feelings of the relationship, to why you connect with that person, why you care about that person, to let that take precedence. Okay, let's get some Women's Oracle card for you, and there it is. At the bottom of the deck, we have chemistry, and it says there's a strong magnetic attraction here, and your card is trust. That flew out for you. Okay, trust. This situation is calling for you to have faith. The situation is calling for you to have faith. So, and that's why I didn't take that conflict, because that conflict, the conflict is there, the tension is there, but I don't feel it like something that's heavy. I feel it's like something that's more, I don't want to say petty. In a relationship, it might be petty, but it's something that can be dealt with, that can be solved very easily. Okay, I'm not gonna say petty, but it's something that's small, that's minuscule, that has become something big, that does not need to be. Okay, and let's look here at the bottom of the deck. We have number 3, between worlds. So you see here the communication. Once you learn to communicate it clearly to that person, once you allow yourself to move away from that negativity, you release the burden, you release the baggage. Okay, you release that, you let go of that conflict. You're just like, you know what, I don't want to do this, I don't want to fight with you. You just kind of like have a truce. I don't want to fight with you. It's gonna be night and day, because this is so little what has created that conflict. I feel like you're just gonna go straight to beautiful, colorful sky again. You're gonna start seeing the colors. Just trust you can overcome this. Okay, trust you can overcome this, because it can. And here we have by the book. So to do things by the book here, this is number 11. That's also in my confirmation number. So for some of you, this is the spirit telling you, again, to trust. That's the same message I feel here with this. And to do things the way it's supposed to be done. To just, let's see here. I'm going to go in the relationship message for you, because I'm really getting relationship here very strongly. And this says here, getting along with others entails understanding and respecting who they have become as a result of their environment, culture, and experience. Find the middle ground that allows the relationship to flourish while honoring the individuality of the other person. Play things by the book instead of trying to break the rules or pressure others to conform to the way you want them to be. Your connection will deepen as a result. You see, it's kind of like you're gonna come to a moment here, once you decide to see things differently, to shift your perspective almost. Okay, to shift your perspective on how you see it, to understand that person is their own person. You're gonna see this is you, your own interpretation of it, the way you see things, and that they see things very differently because of the way they of their background, the way they grew up, their culture. And then you're gonna see this is something that can easily be overcome, and I feel like you're going to do that during this time. Okay, Sagittarius, I'm sending you so much love during this time. Thank you so much for your support. I'll see you next week where we do a 2020 year in review for the last week of 2019. Until then, remember, only love is will. So focus on that love and release all the little tension and disagreements. Okay, Mwah. Bye.